Hello, social media ninjas, and welcome to the podcast called 4 Questions with Social Media Famous, where I call one social media famous influencer every week and ask them questions about their personal life, social media life, and ask them tips and tricks on how to get famous on social media. So let's get this podcast started. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the podcast, a podcast where I bring people with huge social media following. But before I go into the introduction with our current person, like the current celebrity, which I'm really excited for, let me tell you the basic social media news. Yesterday, 5 million accounts were about to hack on Facebook. That's why there were a lot of accounts which got logged out of everywhere. Like if your account was connected to your Instagram, your PUBG, your website, anywhere, it got logged out. So if you want to check it again and log in, because my website, like, I have to work whole day again on publishing my account. So today I have a very special guest. It's two Twitter artists. Twitter artists in a row. His name is Abhishek Asthana, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't know his real name. You might know him as Gabbar Singh, modern day Gabbar Singh. Hi Abhishek, how are you?
I'm good, Karan. Good to be here. Yeah,
Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much, man, because I have been trying to get a hold on you for last 2 weeks or something, but finally
yeah,
I
it's
got
been
you.
yeah,
So
it's been the last 2 weeks have been busy actually at work and at home as well. Yeah,
okay, so tell us about a little bit about yourself.
but I'll tell you about my Twitter story. I
Yeah,
joined this.
just how you started and how did you come up
Yes,
with this name Gabbar?
yes. Okay, so it's been like 8 years now. I joined Twitter on 26th of January 2010, and I remember this date because I used to blog earlier. I used to write like funny blog stuff there on Blogspot. So one fine day, I thought that Twitter is a platform where people follow each other, right? And so basically, I got this idea that okay, Sholay characters, how they would react or how they would tweet when they are on Twitter, and with this stupid premise that Dhanno and Basanti are being followed by the dacoits of Gabbar Singh, right? So I
Right,
thought if I create an account of let's say Basanti, Dhanno, and Samba and others basically, and also create an account of Gabbar Singh and then show a chat between these people, it
oh,
would make
okay,
for a funny blog. It
okay,
would make for a funny blog, right? So the idea was like, what I thought I'll just Photoshop stuff and put lines there and put it on my blog. But then I thought it would be a lot of effort. So I thought let's create accounts on Twitter itself. And basically write stuff, take screenshots, and then delete those accounts.
okay,
So I created a Basanti account, I created a Kalia account, I created a Gabbar Singh account as well, and I tweeted few tweets and basically showing them chatting with each other. And during one such tweet with Gabbar Singh account, I guess someone picked it up, someone big that time maybe, and it got a. During that time, 20 retweets was a big number,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it got that traction. I thought, okay, this sounds interesting. So I didn't delete those accounts and I tweeted more that same night, and it got more traction. Suddenly, because Twitter by that time was a medium where you would find journalists, you would find tech people, basically the early adopters of technology, right?
exactly,
And these guys would talk pretty sterile stuff. They would talk pretty, for a lack of a better word, boring stuff.
yeah,
And suddenly there was this account which was, a colloquial Bollywood name, and he was tweeting in English, and sometimes made sense as well. So people got onto that account and started following it. So it was a new thing that time, a parody account. Nobody knew about it.
right.
Nobody had experienced such stuff on Twitter. Nobody thought Twitter could be a medium for humor.
Exactly. 8 years back, like, it was just a very micro blogging website where people used to put link of their blogs or anything like that, and it wasn't like
Exactly.
humor wasn't the Twitter thing.
Exactly. And because of the limitations as well, it just allowed 140 characters, and it was not many features were there.
Right.
Still, we don't have many features like an
Yeah.
edit button. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it went down actually. I mean, I remember this was before my MBA, so I got on that account and basically made a lot of friends. A lot of friends, I would say, people who I could access on Twitter, who were there, who I emulated as well. Like, fine, I want to become this person. I got a medium to talk to them as well. So a lot of ideas got exchanged and everything, and kept on tweeting from that account, and it's been 8 years now, and it just passed.
Wow. So right now, people Gabbar Singh account have around 1.3 million followers on Twitter. Like 1.3 million people read your stuff. Okay, and there is a good
Yeah,
chance, like people if retweets it and here and there, it can reach to either less people as well or more people as well. There is a good chance. Like, does it
yeah.
feel like a big responsibility on your shoulders?
No, I don't take it as a responsibility as such, but these days, see, what happens is a lot of people ask me that Twitter has a limited reach. I'm a marketer as well in my day job. So what happens is whenever someone has to promote some stuff, they look for these mediums where they can reach people, right?
Hmm.
And Facebook is a place, historically has been a place where the maximum number of people are there in India
Right,
at least, right?
right.
So it becomes an automatic choice. But then when it comes to Twitter,
Hmm.
it always had that problem of reach, right?
Right.
It had less number of people, but they would interact with the platform more frequently. The frequency was
Exactly.
high, the
Yeah.
reach was less,
Yeah.
right? So and it was a niche platform, still is a niche platform. So people don't invest much on Twitter, basically in terms of their marketing, right?
Right. Right.
So I lost the train of thought actually. So basically, I was talking about the responsibility bit you asked, right?
Yeah.
So so for me as well, it's about, I mean, interacting with those frequent users. I mean, when I write stuff, uh, so you
But
basically connect.
you come out as a entertainer on Twitter. So does it feel like a pressure? Like, oh my God, there is not even a viral tweet in like last 3 days. I need to like come up with something really funny or like pressure of entertaining that many people.
I would be honest. I mean, the pressure is there. It's not like I can just brush it off saying, it's like I just do it for
Exactly,
the sake of it, for the fun of
because
it.
when you are
Yeah.
on that bigger audience and everything, it's
Mhm.
about creating. It's not about earning from it. It's not about getting famous or anything. It's about creating because you're now addicted to the phase of creator. Like
Yeah.
you
So
have to do something like that.
yes. So the point is, see, whenever something new happens, right? I mean, some new court verdict has come out, or let's say Facebook got hacked like for 50 million accounts, right? Recently. So there is an event which is being talked about. First, what happens is how a basic event transpires on Twitter is first there will be a breaking news. The news will come out, everybody will know about it, and then people would start having opinions about it, and then the jokes will come, and that's how basically the onion shells happen, right? First, in the core there would be news, and there'll be opinions, and then there'll be jokes. So a point is, and everybody basically, or the opinion makers, the journalists, and everybody again have that compulsion to basically tweet about and react to that event. The people who are the entertainers, who form the outer shell, who make jokes, also have the pressure of coming out with a funny take on it, right?
Right.
And there'll be people who would be sarcastic, there will be people who will have an interesting take on it, or who would want to like dig deeper, who will have a more insightful take on it, also have a pressure to basically come out with something unique, right? So these guys who are more frequent users of Twitter and who create content regularly are in some kind of pressure to basically react to an event as soon as possible in the most insightful manner.
Right, right, right. And basically, like your tweets reach to audience. Like on other
Mm.
platforms also, your tweet
Mm.
reaches. Like
Mm.
there are a lot of meme accounts which uses your tweet, like screenshot of your
Mm.
tweets, and
Mm.
it reaches. Like people know the name Gabbar
Mm.
Singh, the account Gabbar Singh. There are some
Mm.
few very famous accounts where people know the name of the person, whether they follow you on Twitter, whether they are active on Twitter or not. Like I personally check a lot of Twitter and Instagram, and I see your tweets going here and there. Okay,
Yeah.
so a lot of people do that. And how do you feel like about people copying your tweets from one platform, not giving you credits, and going on other platforms and using it?
See, it's fine. The point is, until those credits basically translate into some kind of cash, it doesn't matter. Right?
Exactly.
The point is, the point I'm trying to make here is basically, see, if suppose a screenshot of mine, is being picked up by some Instagram account with like 1 million followers, and he is doing a service to me. Basically, he has picked up my account. And at least if suppose he has picked a screenshot, not just copied the text, right? So if suppose he has put the screenshot, people would know that there's an account called Gabbar Singh, and if they basically in their journeys, if they see it the second or third time, they would associate some equity with that account. In the sense, they would say, "कि हाँ, ये बंदा funny कुछ करता है," or let's see next time when I see this DP with this name, I would be interested to read it. I wouldn't just scroll past it.
Exactly.
Right. So it creates an equity, obviously. So I'm more than happy. And the point is that Twitter is a medium in which the reach is less. Compared to an Instagram or compared to a Facebook, the reach would be less. But what happens is, if Twitter reaches to those people who are in their own peer group, are their local influencers. This is an interesting concept actually, which I keep telling people. So what happens is, Twitter is formed of people who are early adopters, who are ahead of the curve in their local peer group. Suppose there's a guy who in your friend circle who is active on Twitter, would be a guy who would know about technology, who would know about the news, what is going on, and he would be the most updated guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like say you will have a local friend group in your city or wherever, on your college, school. But suppose someone has to figure out what phone they should buy, or what car they should buy, or whatever. Any decision they have to make, they'll at least come to you for some advice, because they feel that you are one of the most updated people in their friend group.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So if suppose on Twitter I'm able to influence you, then I'm not just influencing you, I'm also influencing the network of people associated with you. And those guys are not on Twitter.
Exactly.
So it creates a network effect.
Exactly.
So that's how basically Twitter still is. That's why influencer marketing still is prevalent, despite the less reach. Yeah.
Right. But like in India, Twitter artists like don't get that kind of things. But out of India, like I have heard very famous Twitter accounts, and they're mostly like on Instagram, brand deals work like a lot of pictures and everything you have to click. On Twitter, there are some really innovative campaigns like these Flipkart people and other people have done. But they mostly work with celebrities itself. Like they work not with just Twitter celebrities. They choose like big time other celebrities, or maybe YouTubers, stand-up comedians, and that's their first preference. But out of India, like people, like it's mostly just retweet, and you can get whatever the amount or whatever the brand deal is. You just need one retweet and it's done. So that's the best part about like Twitter brand deals, which people get.
Yeah, it's fine. See, I also basically I'm a brand manager myself. So the point is, when you look out for these influencers, you follow certain principles. Obviously, this is a concept which has been borrowed from the West. It had started, earlier there, and then we have borrowed it. This obviously, like every other marketing concepts, right? So what we do is basically we have a principle called like 1990 rule, where we have a one celebrity at the top, and then we'll have 9 bigger influencers, and then we'll have 90 micro influencers. So this is the rule how you disseminate your information or your brand message.
Exactly.
So you'll have one big celebrity, like an offline celebrity, right? Who could be like Akshay Kumar, or could be like Twinkle Khanna, or anyone, right? And when they tweet stuff, then there'll be 9 people who would be the social media celebrities who have earned their fame on that platform, right?
Right.
They have a more loyal audience. They have people who are not just following them for their name, but also following them for their content.
Exactly.
Right? And then to disseminate or to basically further what do you say, magnify that message, or you have like 90 people below, the 90 micro
Right,
influencers.
because as a like a consumer of the content, if I see maybe like Akshay Kumar or someone promoting one stuff, then I'll be like, yeah, he must be getting a lot to say so
Mm.
or something like that. But when you see your favorite influencer or content creator to do the same, like promote anything, there is a good chance that I'll look into the product, and if that is the product I really need, I
Mm.
might
Mm.
purchase. But brands need to, like, brand needs to understand those things, like
Hmm. Yeah, true. So you're right. I mean, sometimes with brands, what happens is usually they are a bit distant from the mechanics and nuances of social media. Especially not all brands, but especially consumer product brands
right.
like a FMCG brand, like Cadbury's, or or maybe Ariel.
Uh-huh.
So these guys would be like, because what happens is the reality is the amount of money they spent here
Hmm.
in their overall plan would be really less. The proportion of money that would be really less. Most of their
Exactly.
monies would be on TV. Most of their monies would be on paid media, on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever. And this leg, or this line item is constitutes of less than 2% of their budgets. So
Right.
it also attracts, proportionate attention from them. They would obviously look at the line items where they're spending the most, and ask for the deliveries of that, right? This line item sometimes flies under the radar.
Right.
It's fine, okay, कुछ कर रहे हैं, चलो ठीक है, ये भी अच्छी बात है, करना चाहिए.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
there's not much scrutiny over there.
Exactly.
So people, do stuff, and ठीक है, चल रहा है उनका काम.
Exactly. So, tell us something about your full-time job. Like, how does it work? What do you do exactly?
So I won't name names, but yeah. So I'm a brand manager. I manage an FMCG brand,
Okay.
and I manage the day-to-day business, digital marketing, the basic supply chain, logistics, R&D, basic the entire product bit of it.
Okay.
And I am responsible for the net revenue and the gross margin and at the end of the year. So, and I have also, what I do is basically how to spend the marketing budget. Figuring out the right media mix is also part of my KPIs.
And
So that's what I do. And
Twitter must
so yeah,
be like your escape from work,
yeah,
or
absolutely,
like
absolutely.
anytime you feel bored, just open your phone and you got it on that Twitter.
Yeah. So so Twitter has been a constant. Basically, I have changed multiple hats during the last 8 years. I was a techie earlier. Then I was a student and for my MBA. Then I came out as a salesperson. I was a management trainee that time. Then I went to a startup where again there was a lot of hustling, ESOPs, this, that, equity, and everything. Then I came to a more traditional business. So and the times, the discretionary time I had during while I was wearing all these hats was kept on changing. Sometimes I had a lot more time. Sometimes I had no time, and that would also reflect in my Twitter activity as well.
Exactly.
So that it's a very good curve to follow. Basically, if I see my last 8 years tweets of every day, so I can see when I was really busy, I was stressed, or I was busy with other things, and I was comparatively a bit freer those times. So
Right.
it's good. It's a
So,
good chronicle.
so it's been 8 years since you have been tweeting. Do you remember like any controversial tweet you did, or anything that actually became a controversy?
So many, man. So
Anything that is in your
yeah,
mind?
it happens. It's a product of both things, two things basically. One would be obviously my state of mind that time. So I might be brash, I might be stupid that time when I tweet something out which was not appropriate. And the other aspect would be the other person who thought who had a vested interest in basically trolling. That's fine. Okay, now I've got an opportunity. Let's bring this person down, right? So it happens. It's a cultural thing. Suppose someone suddenly has, from a normal person, an ordinary person has got a bit of fame. So there's this inherent human nature that let's bring him down. Let's see what he really is. let's bring the reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, right. So, I mean, it sometimes I tweeted stupid stuff. Sometimes people thought took it out of context, and so it happened. I mean, it used to happen a lot during the early years,
Hmm.
and subsequently it has mellowed down a bit. But obviously, you can say it was evolution. I evolved over time to be more sane, maybe, or more wise about the tweets I do. But still, I mean, it keeps happening. I can't control it. I am someone who would tweet if suppose it comes to my mind. I would tweet it. I mean, Amitabh Bachchan follows me, but today I tweeted about Amitabh Bachchan not having a spine.
Hmm.
So I know Amitabh, if suppose he reads it.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
are a lot of celebrities who follow you, Amitabh Bachchan, Gul Panag, and everyone. I
so,
saw that.
so,
So, can you
so the
tell us
point is,
like who else is there?
um, Amitabh Bachchan is there, Gul Panag is there, Pankaj Tripathi is there, and a lot of industrialists. And so I don't keep a track actually. I don't know. I mean, over the years, a lot of people have followed me. I made a post about it as well. Oh, fine, I got followed by this person, but I keep forgetting. So the point
Yeah.
is, if the only thing is, no, if you remember who follows you, suddenly affects the way you tweet. Suddenly you think that fine, whatever I'm tweeting right now might be read by this person,
Oh
and
yeah, that
it might
happens.
not
That happens. Like,
it might not be good, right? So today I tweeted about Amitabh Bachchan not having a spine because he didn't, have a point of view on this recent Nana Patekar and Tanushi Datta fiasco, right? So I tweeted he is spineless and this and that, and I had a debate on Twitter as well. So
and
I
he
had
follows you.
he follows me. The point is, obviously, I mean, if he unfollows me, I would be honest. I mean, obviously, I would be like, oh, क्या हो गया यार? If unfollow कर दिया, shit यार इसने. Like, it's still a bragging point. Someone asked me कि Twitter पे क्या करता है तू? मैं बोला कि ये सब करता हूँ, ये मेरे को follow करता है. अच्छा है, बड़ी सही बात है. तो मतलब, it's obviously a bragging point. The point is,
Yeah,
लेकिन
but
अगर
you don't let that affect you at all. Like, who follows
हाँ,
you or
I
like,
said fuck it यार, चलेगा. Yeah.
Konkana San also follows you. Wow.
हाँ, कौन
And you have worked with Gursimran Khamba from AIB.
yeah. It was a long time back when I was this was before B school, I guess. Yeah, this was before B
Yeah,
school, 11, I guess. Yeah. Hmm.
amazing. Also, I have heard your this TED Talk, tweeting to change the world. Which guys, if you want to listen to that, the link will be there. YouTube link will be there in the description below as well.
You know
And
the funny thing is I have never ever listened to listen myself speaking actually
yeah, it's
because
because
I haven't even seen the TED talk.
oh, I bet you even haven't promoted it either.
No. I mean, I haven't tweeted the link as well. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. It maybe some kind of fear I
Yeah,
have or some
I
kind
don't know.
of.
Like, so if you're not habitual to listen yourself speaking, like even if you go ahead and listen to this podcast, for you it's gonna be like, oh, my voice, this and that. But once you get really habitual to it, like I started making Snapchat stories, then Instagram stories, and this and that, and me talking and vlogging all the time. So in starting, it feels really weird listening to your own voice, but after some time, you get habitual. But the other person who is listening to you or listening to that, for that person, it's very, very much normal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, some kind of, you guys are good. Yeah. I mean, you can do it. I mean, I still suck at public speaking. So I'm not an extrovert actually. I've been an introvert all my life. So I was not that great at public speaking. I used to be that shy guy in school. So yeah, I mean, so I made peace with it. Fine.
Most of the Twitter celebrities are introverts.
Because Twitter is a medium which basically encourages that behavior or encourages such people to come on, and because it's I mean, more or less anonymous. I mean,
Exactly.
your friends are not
Like
there, and
you,
whatever. Yeah.
like even in the last podcast, I was saying the same that on Twitter you just get follow or like famous or anything by your words. Like it's not about posting a selfie or video, or no one even looks at you. No one, most of the people, I bet in your case, 90% of the people don't even know what your real face looks like. Like
Yeah,
even if I'm
absolutely.
a major fan of Gabbar Singh, then also like if we pass each other someday, I won't recognize that this is the
Exactly.
guy, man. This is the guy. Like,
And also, I mean, Twitter people, like whatever number of followers I have, they don't come to Twitter on the same day, right?
yeah.
They would be coming in batches. Some guys might come on a Monday, maybe. Some guys might come on a Wednesday. So what happens is, if suppose I have revealed myself or revealed my name on a Monday, all the cohort of people who would usually come on Mondays would know that fine, this guy is Abhishek Asthana or whatever. But the guys who will come on Wednesday, they still would feel that this guy is an anonymous guy. So I still get questions like, "Who are you? So where do you work? What is your real name? Show yourself." So I mean, after like 8 years of being here, so I mean that's fine. I mean that's what Twitter is, and I feel grateful about it as well. That's fine. Even if I reveal myself and put, I mean, numerous amounts of selfies and everything, still I would be anonymous for a lot of people.
but now Gabbar Singh have stuck. Now you cannot. I don't think you can change. But you have revealed yourself, right? On
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. So
Okay.
I have that's not an issue.
Okay, so have you ever deleted a tweet
Oh yes, many times, so many times actually.
due to typo?
Typo, yeah, typo, or sometimes again, suppose I feel it insensitive, so I might delete it. Suppose suddenly I tweet it and suddenly you feel like after 5 minutes you feel like yeah, कुछ और है, गलत है. So
Awesome. And what do you think about like other platforms, Instagram and all, like how it goes for you? Like, do you think like you will try on other platforms ever?
see, I mean, obviously this cross-platform enrichment of followers. I mean, cross-posting stuff to get, I mean, followers everywhere. I don't know. It works basically for
And I
people like
bet
me.
like being so much on Instagram and all, I bet like even if you take one tweet that goes amazing, that have really good response, even if you take a screenshot and make a page of that on Instagram, it's gonna be a huge hit. I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah. So the point is, Instagram. I don't know if it's the right platform for promoting humor. I mean, it's a platform because I haven't seen many humor accounts. I mean, I've seen accounts which basically lift stuff from Twitter, Reddit, and all, and post screenshots on
Yeah, like
Instagram and get likes.
like I also don't personally believe like the Instagram meme accounts or Instagram humor is still to a level where Twitter stands of humor.
Mhm.
It's still not there.
Mhm. Yeah, so I mean, it works. Yeah, I mean, it's more of pictures and stuff. I mean, you put more hashtags, you get more likes. That's how the algorithm of Instagram works. You appear on lot many searches if suppose you put lot many hashtags. So it's a different algorithm. It's a different platform. I could never do it. I mean, I could never get loads of followers there. A lot of people get it. A lot of people do it. I mean, it's not that I have tried. I've tried also cross posting stuff. But I felt like that's more of a personal space right now. So I never got a hang of it, actually. I would say. Yeah. Too old. No.
And who are your favorite influencers like on Twitter? Like whom are you most connected to and their stuff you like to read?
There's stuff which I like to read. Actually, there are many. I mean, I can't like point names and suddenly because of right now my memory won't serve me right. I might miss out on some account which I usually follow, right? So I mean, and now once I tell you, it would be burnt in memory, right?
Still, any one of the top 2 accounts or 3 accounts which you are most influenced from?
I think I follow this guy called Naval Ravikant. He's the founder of Angel List, and he tweets out really profound stuff. I mean, anyone who on Twitter who is a bit intellectually inclined should one must follow this guy. He's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, okay, for sure. And last question. Now you're free after this. Advice for people who are trying to make it big on social media, like people who are trying to make it big on Twitter, maybe.
Make it big on Twitter. I mean, what would you basically do after making it big on Twitter? That's my question. The point is, making it big. So you are trying to make it big. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, first focus on your day job, maybe, because this can never replace your day job, I would say. I mean, a lot of people tell me that fine, influencing this, that, and basically tweeting for money and all will cover for your expenses. But I don't think that. All entertainers, basically, wherever in the world, have a shelf life, be it stand-up comedians, be it theater artists, be it actresses, actors, everyone has a shelf life, right? I mean, barring Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Amir Khan,
Right.
and Amitabh Bachchan. But most of regular normal folk who entertain on mediums have a shelf life, like Raju Srivastav. Then you had Kapil Sharma. Then someone new will come. So and this shelf life varies from 2 to 5 years, I guess. And post which, I mean, then you should have made enough money in those in that window you had to cover for you, right? If you haven't made enough, then I would say, I mean, never neglect your day job. I have experiences. I know a lot of people who got some amount of fame on social media, and they thought they were better than their day job. They
Right.
thought that they're better than their day job, and they basically quit it or didn't focus enough and moved to jobs which were closer to social media curation and creation, right?
Right.
But it doesn't pay well. I mean, it pays shit. And eventually you have no expertise, actually. I mean, you are just a social media guy.
Yeah.
And so in terms of your future, in terms of I mean, keep it as a side thing always. I mean, keep it something which basically relieves your stress. You talk to people, it gives you access to people, gives you access to ideas, but never make it your day thing.
Awesome. Guys, listen
Yeah.
to Gabbar. He have got 1.3 million followers, and if he's saying that, he must be right about it. So listen to him. Just concentrate on it. And if you do not know how to monetize your platform, if your platform is monetized, go ahead and leave your day job. Otherwise, don't leave your day job just in a dream of getting some uh, fake fame or something like that. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. His Twitter account will be mentioned in the description below. Other things also which are mentioned in the podcast will always be in description below. Abhishek, thank you so much for doing it. And
Thank you. Thanks.
best of luck for your Twitter. I hope you reach 2 million soon, and uh,
I don't know.
I
It's not
hope
a-
the culture of influencer marketing changes in India a little bit.
Also, I would add a disclaimer. I was not well today, so I mean, I have coughed a lot of times. So I mean, please spare me for that.
Don't worry, my
So
editing skills. I'll take care
okay,
of it.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Okay,
Abhishek. Thank you.
good to be here, man.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.